Hello and welcome back to some more Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. For last time we played through the Banana Cup on 100cc, and today we'll be playing through the Leaf Cup on 100cc, and we're going to be using Baby Rosalina. We unlocked a new car last time, and that car is the 300 SL Roadster, another brand of the Mercedes-Benz DLC that was added back when Mario Kart 8 was still Mario Kart 8, not Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. We'll be using the Hot Monster tires and the Super Glider. Here are the stats. And once again, we're going to make sure that Smart Steering and Auto Acceleration are indeed disabled. And so without further ado, let's dive into the Leaf Cup on 100cc. Let's do this. So, I'm beginning to realize that this LP is starting to slowly become just a medium through which I can rant about things that are pissing me off. So, I apologize if that's not exactly the type of conversation that you would like to hear, but I guess my olive branch to you that I can extend is that if there's any topic you are interested in my thoughts on, I'm more than welcome to take suggestions from people in comment sections about things you want to hear me talk about. Obviously, there's some things that I will not talk about. But by and large, so long as we don't dive into the realm of religion and politics, I'm pretty much down to talk about anything. So, by all means, if there's anything in particular you want to hear my thoughts on, you are more than welcome to ask me in the comments. But other than that, and this is probably just going to turn into me ranting about whatever the hell's on my mind on the particular day that I decide to record. Which in this particular case happens to be about the NBA experience over in Disney Springs at Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida. Now, if you don't know what that is, allow me to give you some context. So the NBA experience was a basketball experience, as I'm sure you could have deduced by the name alone, which maybe it wouldn't have pissed me off so much because there's also a bowling alley. I think it's called Splitsville. It's a bowling alley type thing in Disney Springs as well, which is the like downtown shopping center district in Walt Disney World. So, you know, if it was in isolation, like if they just plopped a building down in Disney Springs and called it, hey, here's the NBA experience, please enjoy, then maybe it wouldn't have pissed me off as much as it did. However, the reason why it did piss me off is because Disney Quest is what they had. Disney Quest is the attraction that existed in that building before they turned it into the NBA experience, and it was phenomenal. Like, genuinely one of my favorite parts of Walt Disney World was Disney Quest, which basically it was an indoor interactive theme park. 5 floors of just awesomeness. Like, to quote Ratchet from Ratchet & Clank, I died and went to nerd heaven is what happened there, because it was just a bunch of, like, virtual simulator rides and a plethora of classic arcade games that I love that place so much. The Pirates of the Caribbean interactive ride where you're on a pirate ship surrounded by virtual screens and it's like a minigame based on that. The Virtual Jungle Cruise, which didn't work all that well because of the way the paddles worked against the water. Just, The Cyberspace Mountain, where you get to make your own roller coaster, that was freaking phenomenal. The Buzz Lightyear Astro Blaster ride was a great test of teamwork. It was just, so much about that place was just so much fun. And of course, the classic arcade games. That was one of the few places left in the world, I think, that actually had a functional Dragon's Lair arcade machine. So yeah, I kind of love Disney Quest, and I really, really loved it. It was one of my favorite places to go. Then, this thing happened where they had to close it down. And I was not happy about it at all. Yeah, so I don't know why the hell they did it, but for some reason one day they just randomly decided to close down Disney Quest. I didn't get it either because I was under the impression that place was doing very well for business and it was very, very popular. A lot of people really loved it. I've yet to meet a single person, nor have I seen anyone online that even remotely had any disdain for Disney Quest. And yet they decided that the best course of action was to close it down and replace it with the NBA experience. Because when I want to go to a theme park resort type location and I'm thinking of bonus things to do outside of the main theme parks, you know what I think I want to do? I want to go play basketball. Now, there's nothing wrong with basketball. I've had a lot of fun playing basketball in the past. So there's nothing, I have nothing against the sport. However, if you're on a vacation and you're in a theme park setting, which of the following two things are you more likely to do? Play basketball, or go to an indoor interactive theme park with a bunch of virtual machines and classic arcade games and cutting-edge technology that just blows your mind? Now, I don't know about you, but the latter option sounds a lot more intriguing than the former option in every discernible way imaginable. And even if you want to disregard the personal element of, like, well, you could just say that I prefer that because I'm a nerd at heart and I prefer that kind of stuff. You can say that. After all, I am not very adept at the sports ball. Although I did play soccer for 3 consecutive years when I was in elementary school. And I think I talked about that. I think that was the main topic of my Mario Kart Wii bonus episode 2, where I did the versus mode, was just me talking about my experience with overly competitive school sports, just in general. So if you want to hear my thoughts on that, you can go watch the bonus episode of my Mario Kart Wii video. It's a long video, but I think I covered a lot of interesting topics in that short span of time. Anyway, point being, I've never been all that great at the sports ball, even though I have had some experience in the past. But if you present me with a choice of, hey, you want to play soccer or you want to play, I don't know, Mario Kart, I'm going to pick Mario Kart every single time, and it's not even going to be close. So yeah, that's just, and that's just an example because that's the game I'm playing, but the sentiment still stands. But even if you just shift the topic to, hey, what do you think is more worth dedicating 5 floors? I'm going to look up the exact, like, dimensions of the building afterwards, just so I know exactly how much square footage there is, and that they just wasted. So I'll find out for sure during the loading screen. But actually, I'll talk about the next race. Basically, we're going to compare what's more worthy of dedicating that significant amount of space to, and I think it's pretty obvious what the answer to that question is. Turns out it's so much worse than I thought. So, let's imagine for a second. We have an indoor interactive theme park with a bunch of cutting-edge simulation rides and virtual technology, classic arcade games, and a general theming that now falls perfectly in line with Wreck-It Ralph, because obviously Wreck-It Ralph came out 2012, so perfect opportunity to retheme to kind of stylize the music that plays. I have such nostalgia for hearing the Wreck-It Ralph arcade music playing in the lobby for Disney Quest, and seeing the giant Wreck-It Ralph statue in the lobby, seeing just being able to play an actual Fix-It Felix Jr. arcade machine was phenomenal. Just, okay, so we have that, and then we have basketball. Now, which of those two things, and you're more than welcome to answer this question in the comments, which of those two things do you think is more willing or more worthy of dedicating 100,000 square feet to? No, I'm not exaggerating. You are more than welcome to look it up on your own. 100,000 square feet is how large that building was. 5 floors, 100,000 square feet. It is insane. They dedicated that much goddamn space to a basketball experience. Literally, what the hell? I would say this for any sport. Whether it was soccer or or baseball or whatever. I don't care what sport you chose. It could have been a hockey arena for all I care. I don't really care one way or the other. I cannot fathom going on, especially when the ESPN Wide World of Sports Complex is on property. I cannot fathom why they made the NBA experience, and why, like, the thing is, if they just plopped it down in Disney Springs in another area of the world, I'd be like, okay, whatever. I mean, I have no interest in going there. I still think it's unnecessary. I don't know of anyone who wants to actually do this on their vacation, but fine, it's there. It's not hurting anything. It's whatever. But the fact that they had to scrap Disney Quest and, like, permanently, there's a small part of me, I know it's unrealistic, and I just said a couple episodes ago that I consider myself to be a pretty realistic person most of the time. I know I said that, so which is why I'm going to preface this by saying I know it's unlikely that they'll ever reopen Disney Quest, but there's just this small part of me that doesn't want to give up hope. Because, and by the way, in case you're wondering why I'm bringing this up at all, is because recently, and by recently I mean yesterday, it was announced that the NBA experience at Disney World is permanently closing. Yeah, so they gutted Disney Quest. They tore it down after years and years of operation. They scrapped it, they gutted the insides, tore it down, and replaced it with an NBA experience, only for it to be permanently closed this year. phenomenal, outstanding. We lost Cyberspace Mountain, Battle for Buccaneer's Gold, Virtual Jungle Cruise, Alien Extraterrestrial Encounter, Buzz Lightyear's Astro Blasters, all the classic arcade games. We lost all that stuff. Oh, and also Aladdin's Magic Virtual Carpet Ride. We lost all that for basketball, and now even that's gone. Thanks, Disney. It just keeps getting worse the more information I find out about it. Disney Quest, okay. Disney Quest opened in 1998. It was operational for almost 20 years because it closed in July of 2017. That's almost 20 years of operation. And the NBA experience, I think at best, maybe 3 years. I don't know when it officially opened. But at best, at the absolute best, you'll get 3 years. I think it might have only been open for 2. I don't know for sure. But it pales in comparison to Disney Quest. So clearly one was a lot better for longevity and business than the other. But I don't understand the thought process behind it. I really don't. I really just absolutely do not understand the thought process behind why they scrapped Disney Quest. Like, scrapping Disney Quest in and of itself is a crap idea. But the fact that they replaced it with the NBA experience is just even worse. I'm really pissed off about this because I really love Disney Quest. I know I said it earlier in the video, but it was just honestly, if you never got the chance to go there, I am so sorry for you. It was legitimately so much fun to go there. There was so much cool stuff you could do, and I'm sorry. I feel really sorry for anyone who will never get the chance to experience it. And I really wish, and I'm sad that I'm personally never gonna be able to experience it again. It's gone. It's gone forever, and, I mean, technically, again, I mentioned at the end of the last race, it is technically possible that Disney might revive it one day because they are closing the NBA experience. They might, and I emphasize might, they might realize, yeah, sorry, we screwed up, and they might put it back. They might take the time to reconstruct the Disney Quest that we knew, or they might try to make a new Disney Quest. I doubt it, but I can hope, I can dream. But all I know for sure is the NBA experience is permanently closed down. But it did kind of warm my heart to see the immediate response on Twitter of people saying, okay, so this is gone, so can we finally get Disney Quest back? So, you know, kind of warmed my heart to see so many people instantly, without hesitation, see NBA experience trending and be like, okay, great, now Disney Quest, come back, please. It's a nice little heartwarming moment that I saw, because it just reaffirmed my beliefs and my suspicions that I'm not the only person in the world that adored this attraction. It was just nice how many spawning shells can you throw my way. It was a nice moment for me to realize that I am not alone in the universe with my love for Disney Quest. And maybe, just maybe, it'll convince Disney that they should bring it back. But, you know, honestly, at this point, it wouldn't surprise me if they brought back Star Wars, or sorry, if they put some kind of Star Wars virtual attraction in there instead, because Star Wars is just slowly corrupting the Disney parks. So, you know, I guess we'll find out in the coming years what actually decides to, what replaces it, if anything at all. But for the time being, all I can say is that the NBA experience is closed, and the world wants Disney Quest back, and Disney Quest was awesome. So, we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, let's go view the results, shall we? You collected 650 coins, and a new vehicle customization has been unlocked. And we'll see what that is in the next episode. But for now, that will be it for this video. So, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for next time. I hope to catch you all tomorrow for some more Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Goodbye.